Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Monday Morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com. In the pre-market this morning, things are very quiet. Stock index futures are slightly below fair value, while commodities are trading higher. And we've got Bitcoin down below $100,000 once again. Now, there's no major trend changes in today's video, so we can go through it very quickly. There's some action in the pre-market this morning. We've got Tesla trading higher. It closed above 375 on Friday, coming in towards the $400 level of psychological resistance. And then our next price target is 406.25. Supermicro's trading up in the pre-market, still trying to fill that open gap. Remember, our initial target was the flypaper channel, so we've already hit that. That's not a trade I took, but I know other people did, so congratulations. And then Palantir is moving higher this morning. There's the Palantir on the weekly chart as well. Looking at weekly price targets, 87.50 is our next price target. We're trading around $81 in the pre-market on Monday morning. Nothing going on with Bitcoin this morning. It's back below 100,000. On Monday, we're looking for a close below 94,503 to give us a sell signal. Then, of course, we would exit the long ETFs and look for opportunities in the short ETFs for Bitcoin. Then looking at the VIX is still on a sell signal, made a new low on Friday. That's supportive for higher stock prices. That would change on Monday if the VIX were to close above 1480. And of course, if the VIX is going to close above 1480, you would assume that the bull ETFs for the VIX would also generate buy signals, and we would take that buy signal if it showed up. Looking at the major index ETFs, the Vanguard Canada ETF, the iShares for the TSX 60 both hit new highs on Friday. The iShares for the TSX 60 hit our next price target of 39.06. That was the high of the day. So congratulations if you got an order filled up at that level. Now, the Dow drifted into the channel on Friday. That had a lot to do with United Healthcare. Then the S&P 500 still holding up fairly well, but the equal-weighted S&P 500 actually generated a sell signal on Friday. There's the NASDAQ making a new high, almost an inside day for the equal-weighted NASDAQ 100, and then there's a new high for the next generation NASDAQ 100. Our next target is $32.81. We got as high as $32.75 on Friday, and so if you had an order in a little below the price target, you may have got it filled on Friday. Looking at commodity ETFs, we still have copper and the copper ETF on a buy signal, but copper miners, nothing going on there. Nothing going on with the price of gold or the GLD. You can see over the last month that the public was in control and we didn't get very far. It doesn't look like the pros want to be selling at the moment, but they're certainly not buying right now. And right now we've got the public doing some selling. So nothing going on for gold at the moment. And we've got the GDX back on a sell signal. Junior miners sitting right on the edge of a sell signal. And that's also true for the TSX Global Gold ETF. It's sitting on the edge of a new sell signal. Now, the price of silver, both the futures contract and the ETF are on buy signals. We had a huge big up week for the silver miners themselves, but not the junior silver miners. They are still on a sell signal, so no change in trend there. Then looking at crude oil, gasoline, and natural gas, they're all still on sell signals. And we saw energy stocks in Canada and the U.S. continue to sell off on Friday. Now, moving on to the TSX most actives, we do have one trend change, and it's not Suncor, still on a sell signal. New low for the TD Bank on Friday. No change in trend for Canadian Natural Resources. There's Bitfarms back on a buy signal as of Friday's close, and that is on both sides of the border. New high for CIBC, major new high for the Bank of Montreal on Friday. No change in trend for Great-West Life. Air Canada had an inside day on Friday. Inside day for Enbridge on Friday. New high for the Royal Bank before pulling back. Did not close below the previous day's low, so not concerned there. And then another new high for TransAlta, which was the big winner on Thursday. Moving on to New York, we've got Rigetti making a new high on Friday. SoundHound made a new high on Friday. No joy for NVIDIA pulling back on Friday. So we're still on a buy signal here. Things would change on Monday with a close below $138.90. No joy for Intel on Friday. Then we've got Plug Power still on a buy signal here. We're trying to break out above 254. If we can do that, then 273 and 293 come into play. There's Lucid back on a buy signal as of Friday's close. New high for American Airlines on Friday. Inside day for Mara, still on a buy signal. That would change on Monday with a close below $24.07. No joy yet for NEO. We're looking for a close on Monday above $4.71. There's an inside day for Robinhood on Friday, making a new closing high for this move. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. So far, it looks like we're going to have a fairly quiet open. We don't have any major economic numbers coming out today, and stock index futures are a little below fair value, but at the same time, we've got some of those big cap tech stocks racing higher on Monday morning. You have a great day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Tuesday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.